What about the flop shot? Is it really that hard, or do we make it out to be more than it is? Is there a simple way to do it? Can I hit a flop shot right now in my backyard? Let's go find out. Now this right here is a really handy shot because oftentimes we're left short-sighted because we weren't using our course management skills very well, and we've left ourselves in a bit of a pickle. Maybe even so much of a pickle as being on the downslope on the other side of the bunker. My goodness, what do we do in this instance? We use what's called a flop shot. And it's not a magical thing. It's not something that requires, whipping the wrists all over here. I'm going to show you a quick and simple way that you can hit a flop shot yourself. Now, you have to understand this thing right here. Okay, this is called a bounce. And what it does is it allows the club not to dig into the ground. So if I lay the club flat on the ground, it's not going to dig in. This is going to dig in. It's going to chunk. This is not. It's going to bounce off. That's why it's called the bounce. So if you watched this other video of mine on chipping and how to do it simply, we're going to apply the same principles from that video with chipping simply by opening the face and laying it relatively flat on the ground. Now, when you do that, automatically you have to aim a little bit left because the face is now pointed to the right. But if I apply that same little chip shot idea that we learned before, I can get a nice high shot. That's pretty good. I like that. And you say, well, that's not like a PGA Tour flop shot. It didn't go really high. It's not like a Phil Mickelson flop shot. You're right. It's not. Because that one's very high probability. I'm going to hit that one close to the hole a lot of times. Now, what if it really has to go high? But you see, the technique behind that one is I'm leaving my hands very still through the entire shot and just hitting like this and allowing the club to hit the ball up in the air. Now, if I have to add more spin or more height and get more club head speed, well, I have two options. I can swing the same way, but faster. So more swing like this. Ooh, that one almost went in. Or I can start to add some wrist in. And what I mean is this here, this, like this. You're adding more speed into the club. So if I add some wrist, it's going to go higher with more spin. That's pretty nifty, I think. Okay, so you got three options. You've got the simple version, all with the face open, of going like this and hitting a normal chip shot, like a really long putt, like that. Or you can go longer with the swing, with the same kind of idea. Or up here you can hinge and let the club speed into the ball. And that's going to give you those three different shots. So of course with this one here, where I'm dealing with the downslope and this bunker in front, it's going to be a tough shot. So I'm going to level my shoulders to the ground. Okay, I'm going to open up the club face, and I'm going to allow the club face to slide right underneath the ball and hit it right up there like that. Okay, so the same principles that we learned in that other video on chipping, you can just open up the face with your lob wedge or with your sand wedge, use the bounce to allow it to go through the grass and hit a lovely shot. Now for those of you who are complaining, because I know there's going to be some of you, that it wasn't down deep into the rough, well, here's what you do in that case. Same thing, just got to get the club down there. And you say, but Dave, that didn't go high up into the air. No, because this is Bermuda, and Bermuda's nasty. And you get that club down in there, and sometimes it pops out, sometimes it doesn't. But that's why you want to be in the fairway. Happy chipping.